Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my stream. What did you do today? Oh, my chin is hiding. Sit up straight. Sit up straight. Today, I worked from home. I exercised. We went to get groceries, and that's about it. That's all I did. What did you guys do? How is the weather where you are? Is it cold right now? It's like 26 and kind of cloudy. A bit of a we did have a bit of a heat wave a little while ago, but it's much better now. Today I'm excited for us to do a video on the Beach Boss influencers. If you've been following anti-MLM content, you would know that the two large MLMs, Rodan and Fields and Saint, have gone to the affiliate model, meaning that people can no longer make money off of their team anymore. They just make money through selling the products. And we watched John Melton react to that news. And now the Beach Boss influencers, which are an MLM coaching company, are going to react to the news. Their video is called Protect Your Network Marketing Business, a must-do strategy for security. So I'm ready to go. So this is the video. Let me put it back to the beginning. Double check the volume. Okay, I'm ready. Hey, Lori. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining.
Welcome to this episode of the Beach Boss Influencers Show. And today
Way too fast. I don't know why I thought that speed would be okay. I had it at 1.3. Okay, let's try that.
We're going to be talking about how your network marketing business is not yours.
That feels fast too. I was just practicing this and it was fine. Okay, 1.25 is fine. Hello, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining.
And can be taken away at any time unless you follow what we're going to teach you, today. So if you're meeting for the first time, my name is Fran Loebscher. And
they're saying, despite what everyone tells you in the industry, your business in your MLM is not actually yours. It can be taken away at any time unless you follow what these women are going to tell you. So we've seen MLM coach Bob Heilig get really mad that people are getting scared and are upset about all these MLMs closing down their MLM business side. We saw John Melton get upset, and I think these women, instead of getting upset, they're kind of like, look, we knew this all along. MLMs are not secure. Your business is not secure unless you do what we tell you to do. So they probably think that they have moral high ground, that they're not preying on the vulnerable distributors who, if they're lucky enough to actually make a living, who have just lost their teams. They're better than all the other MLM distributors and coaches, but in my opinion, they're doing the exact same thing.
Carrie Hyam. I'm Adrienne Lindeen.
And this is actually couldn't come at a more apt time. I mean, this just seems to be happening left, right, and center. But I want you to understand that if you are a part of any network marketing business, direct sales, affiliate marketing industry, we've got good news and bad news for you. The good news is network marketing, affiliate marketing, direct sales is a great way to build your financial freedom and multiply streams of income, okay? The bad news is you don't own your business. And although it is sold as you own your own business, you do not own your network marketing company. You do not own your affiliate marketing company. You do not own your direct sales company. You do not own your customers. You do not own your downline. You do not own any of it. Okay.
Isn't it interesting how all of the selling points, I'm going to fix my mic, all of the selling points that MLM coaches have used on YouTube, Facebook video to reel people into the scam, they're now going back on that and saying, well, none of that's true. Like John Melton has said, lots of people in Modere make good money just off of selling the product, and now he's upset that MLMs are going to affiliate where people just make money selling the product. And I'm sure these women have sold the MLM opportunity as, look, you can own your own business. You are an independent business owner, an entrepreneur. And now that people's teams are getting ripped away from them, they're saying, well, it's not actually secure. It's not actually your business because it can be taken away. It's just so interesting that the ways they try to trick people into the industry, they're now going back on that. They're now going back on it. And I find that super interesting in a bad way, of course.
And so although it is sold as that, you don't own it, and it can literally be taken away in the blink of an eye.
Why is it being sold as that if it's not true? Because we need to sell the dream. It's nothing about being honest and straightforward about the opportunity. No, it's let's lie to people. Let's make them believe that they can achieve some unattainable dream, unsustainable dream. And then they're in it. They realize that they're not making any money and they're fucked because they're going to try to leave. And then people like these women are going to be like, no, you can't leave. You have to stick it out. Let it play for longer than 5 seconds. I'm sorry.
Without any warning, without any explanation, without anything. It's just like, okay, sorry, we're changing it, or this company's gone under, or we're changing our compensation plan, or we're changing whatever. And literally like that, you could lose your income stream. Okay. And it is scary. And it has just happened. And it happened not that long ago for another company, and it keeps happening. Okay. And the scary thing is you invest so much of your time and your money, and you put your heart and soul into building this business. Okay. And you think that your customers and your team is your team. Okay. And that, this is going to be where you are going to build your forever home. And, you love your company, you love everything about it, you love your products, so that in 20 years time or whatever, or 10 years time or 5 years time, you're going to retire with a stable, residual income.
And they also said, oh my God, I was trying to let it play for longer than 5 seconds. Did they say like companies can get closed down from the FTC? They can just change, I don't know. Whatever. I can't remember what they said because I'm trying to let it play for longer than 5 seconds. But there's so many different ways that lead to insecurity in the MLM business model, of course. You can have your company completely change the compensation model like Carl Daikeler did in Beachbody. You can have someone take away the MLM side. And we know people cannot make actual money selling the product. You can have your company get sued. You can have a top leader leave and bring thousands of people with them. There are so many things that could impact the sustainability, the viability of your MLM business. And it's been 2 minutes and 21 seconds already. 2 minutes and 21 seconds, and it's actually like less than that because I have it on a higher speed, and they're not selling the industry very well. Listening to this, if I was thinking about joining, I would not want to join. Hey Neil, how's it going? Nice to see ya.
And then it's taken away just like that, literally just like that. Okay. And here, although we can't control. So let us know if you're joining us. Let us know if this has happened to you. Let us know if you're aware of this. We would love to hear your feedback here. But we can't control other companies and, other people and decisions they make. We have no control over any of that. We have control over ourselves. We have control over the decisions we make. And in this video, we are going to share one decision that you need to make today to protect your business in case your company, change their compensation plan, goes under, in case any decisions that are made by your company, jeopardize your income. Okay. So,
of course, the one change they have to make to have a sustainable business is to purchase Beachbody influencer services or products. It's not, hey, this is never going to be secure for you. Your income can be torn away at any moment, like they just said. Maybe you should look elsewhere for employment. No, it's you're worried that your income, your livelihood is going to be torn away at any second. That's okay. Just buy our products instead.
We're excited to share this with you because although it's not a very exciting subject, actually it is. It is probably one of the most exciting and crucial lessons that network marketers need to know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, before we carry on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss out on new valuable content that we share.
And I think too, it's kind of like
She needs a microphone. I know my video production quality is very, very low, but I'm not trying to be professional. I'm not trying to like have an actual channel. If you are a professional company, you should have a microphone.
twofold with, the changes in your company that can be made in a matter of overnight, not seeing it coming, right? Where your whole business can just be taken out from under your feet, kind of what's happening right now in real time. And it's also a social media deal. What happens if social media goes away? Like what happens if Facebook goes away or IG?
Or your account gets shut down. Your
account.
For Beachbody, I remember Carl Deichler, he completely changed the compensation plan. So people were getting less money per cycle, right? So for each time they got a certain number of personal volume points, they're getting less money. And then they're trying to say, oh, it's because of the economy. The economy is why we're changing your pay. But I bet you Carl Deichler still paid himself however many millions of dollars a year, right? So if the economy's fucked, I feel like it's never the CEOs or the C-suite that reduces their wages. It's always the frontline people, always. And then they threw in, oh, there's a diamond bonus to make it seem like the lower level people aren't completely fucked with those changes.
Down. Like I think it was like a few months ago, maybe it was last year. There was that day where like all the social medias were down. Like even going to the down detector, it's like everything's down. No one can even message in Messenger. We were all like, do we have each other's cell phone numbers? Like, so like, imagine that happening in your business. Like what would you do? And we were faced with the same decision that we had to make. But it saved our business and it helped us to build an 8-figure empire in 3 years.
It helped us to build a 3-figure empire in 3 years. So what have they said what helped her build a 8-figure empire, but helped us build an 8-figure empire? So how does that work? Were all of the Beach Boss influencers in the same company? Were they working together? Were they all like on the same team? And 8 figures, do you mean 8 figures over the course of 10 years in the industry, over the course of 20 years? Or do you mean 8 figures a year, right? I hate when they say that because I need more details. Because we learned from our friend Daniel Ryan, when someone says, oh, I'm a 6-figure business coach, that could be 6 figures over the course of 5 years trying to be a business coach. It doesn't mean that someone is making 6 figures a year, 6 figures a month, or 8 figures a year. I'm a bit behind in the stream, just started. It's hot in New Jersey, but I'm in the Bahamas. First vacation in 15 years. Still going to go to bed early. Your stream/videos always help me settle down. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that and have so much fun in the Bahamas. C-suite. Never, first time I ever heard that. Are you joking? Because if you're not joking, it's like chief executive officer, chief financial officer, chief operating officer, the people who are at the top highest end of the corporate hierarchy. There you go. Because it's never the people making $200,000 a year, $1 million a year that take pay cuts when the economy is fucking over their company. It's always the people at the bottom who aren't making as much money.
And we're talking about building, your own assets along with building your network marketing or your affiliate business. And we
have to build our own assets. And they're going to explain what that means. But of course, the answer to all of the insecurity within the MLM industry is not leaving it. No, it's not saying, hey, I'm scared, I'm worried, I have a lot of questions. No, it's just build your own assets and hire the Beach Boss influencers to help you do that. Oh, I understood what it meant, just never heard that specific term. Gotcha.
Assets, they belong to you and nobody else, and nobody can take them away from you, okay? And these are assets that you can monetize at any time, anytime you want, even if you're no longer aligned with your company, right? So say this happens and, another company changes from being a network marketing to an affiliate, or a social media platform goes down. you can still continue running and building your business. You're not going to be left. I mean, I'm seeing things on social.
And they're going to talk about an email list, and they're saying in the case that you lose all your customers and your downline because you change companies, because your company closes down, sorry, or in the case that your Facebook closes down, you still have a way to contact people, right? You still have a way to reach out. You can, if your entire back office is completely gone overnight, you can still reach out to all of your downline members and say, hey, I want you to come with me to the next company. And you can try to take your customers with you as well, right? But say you do that, say you have an email list, you bring them to the next company. What if the same thing happens in that company? Like, I wonder how many times there has to be a complete, like, shakeup of the MLM industry before people stop listening to MLM coaches like this that have their own motives, that want people to stay in the industry, and start thinking critically about what they're seeing around them, start to make decisions based on how they're feeling. Because in MLMs, they always like to delegitimize very legitimate, valid feelings, but we should listen to our guts. We should not be doing something that worries us. We should not be participating in a company, in an industry that we feel like is going to be gone tomorrow potentially, and where we are not making enough money to actually feed our children and keep a roof over our heads and save money, right? I'm all over the place today, but let's just remember their motive. They're probably worried that people are going to leave their coaching company, because if every company goes to affiliate, you don't need MLM coaching anymore, really. And they're probably worried that people are going to leave their downlines if they're still in MLM. I can't remember if they are. And they're worried that they're going to lose coaching clients. They don't want what's best for us.
Media. And I've heard stories where people's six-figure incomes completely gone overnight. I mean, imagine that happening to you. What would you, holy crap, right? You've worked hard and years to build that, and then it's just gone. It goes under, or maybe your contracts get terminated, right? Like overnight you're fired, or overnight you're terminated, like just things going on. So, I think it's building your asset. And, what does that even look like? What does that look like to build your asset?
Yeah.
Your asset online.
Well, yeah. And
and imagine the psychology behind this, right? Say you are one of the lucky ones who actually makes a really good living. Say you make $90,000, $100,000 in profit a year. Say you've been with the company for 10 years. You're loyal to the company. You love the products, but then there's no loyalty on the side of the company. They don't care about you. They don't care that you've been with the company for 10 years. They don't care that you have children to feed, you have to pay your mortgage. They don't care about you, because all of that hard work that you put in over 10 years and your really solid salary, they just take that away without a second thought, right? There's no loyalty. But then MLM companies expect their distributors to be loyal to them. But MLM companies respect your people by actually paying them money. That would be great.
For speaking frank, like, it's kind of a volatile time for the network marketing space right now, right? I mean, not only do we have companies that are switching from MLM to affiliate, we also have companies that are suing their top distributors with no grounds to sue. We have people whose checks are being taken away. We have people, big leaders, moving from this company over to this company. So imagine your entire team system is attached to your upline, and then your upline moves. What happens to your team? What happens to you? What happens to your paycheck if that's to happen?
That's super interesting, because she's right. I'm just thinking of a couple of examples that I've seen in other anti-MLM videos. For the longest time, I was following a woman in Monat, Bianca Abreu. She was at the very, very top of the company. She seemed so loyal to Monat. And then I saw in a CC Suarez video that she was leaving and going to another company. She was like the face of Monat. And then she just bounced, because she was talking about a lot of sketchy shit happening in Monat. Through CC Suarez's channel, Monat distributors, their checks are bouncing. People aren't getting paid paychecks, like they're getting paid and then they're not getting their money, or paychecks are being withheld. People are bouncing around because maybe they're starting to realize, hey, I'm at the top of my company and I'm not making as much money as I feel like I deserve, right? So you just take all your team and you bring it to the next company. You are not doing a good job selling your industry. If I already said this, if I came across this now, I would not want to join.
Happen. So, I mean, we've had conversations with leaders across the board where people are like, we don't even know what's happening in network marketing right now, right? It's everywhere you turn, it's chaos here, it's chaos there. I mean, you've got network marketing leaders bashing other network marketing leaders and other companies. And it's like the one thing that we did was focus on branding ourselves and building an email list.
Yeah. It's not bashing if they're being bullied and mistreated and they're speaking out about that mistreatment. It's not bashing telling your story and telling the truth. And then she said one thing that helped them is branding and marketing themselves, of course. Not that they're lucky that maybe they got into their company a little bit early. Maybe they were able to build a big social media following. Maybe they have a sales background. There are a lot of advantages that one could have in the MLM space. Maybe you're in a profession where you already had a really big network, like Josie at Not the Good Girl. At Josie, like Josie at Not the Good Girl, she was a hairstylist, right? And she said she had a huge ass network of people before she joined her MLM. So she was able to rank up really easily. Hello! I haven't seen you in a little while. It's awesome to see you here. Thank you for joining.
Like, if you want to, I guess in a way, like secure, right? Like build security for yourself. An email list is that number one thing that you can be growing. So
leave. If you want security for yourself and for your family, leave the industry. And the only answer is a fucking email list. And you have to hire us to make you said email list.
First off, like, why do you need an email list? Well, all the reasons that we just said, right? Like all the reasons that we just said, you don't control your upline. You don't control your company. You don't control the network marketing space. You don't control the FTC. And if the FTC decides you don't control people.
This is so weird. Within the past hour, you popped into my mind. I thought of going to one of your lives. I sat down at my computer and there you were. Yay. That's awesome. You've been around a long time. I feel like you were here when I was doing my first ever lives. Nice to see you. It's so fun that there are people on my channel who pop in and visit who were here at the beginning or who were here a couple months in. So fun. So cool.
People in your company making outrageous income claims, right? I mean, companies go under all the time because the FTC comes and slaps them and closes the door. You can't control those things. What you can control is growing that list. I want you to imagine that you have all these people that you've been having conversations with, right? You've been doing, I mean, let us know in the comments, how long have you been in network marketing? So this is how it was kind of painted to me and where all of a sudden it made sense to me. So I had this book, I guess, if you will, a notebook full of names and numbers of people that I had spent years growing, right? And I remember it was January of 2016, I was done because I had talked to all these people and nobody wanted to wanted to join me in my business. And I remember I was having a call and it was actually with a sales coach, a salesman, right? That was selling me on this mentorship program. And he was like, Carrie, why do you think none of those people joined you in your business? And I was like, they didn't know me, right? I understood. I was like, they didn't know me. They didn't like me. They didn't trust me. He's like, what if you had been growing the know, like, and trust with all of these people at one time? Of
course, that's the fucking answer. You're scared you're going to lose your livelihood. You're scared you can't pay your mortgage. Sign up with the Beach Boss influencers. They will help you automate your fucking email list. Sorry for swearing. I'm just annoyed because it's so simple. Oh, you're scared the FTC is going to slap your company. You're scared the FTC is going to shut you down. Your CEO is going to screw you over. Automated email list. Easy peasy. Automated email list. And develop the know, like, and trust factor. And then it won't matter if all your companies keep getting shut down. Okay. You manifested, Heather. Right? There are no coincidences. They can't help shit. Money is going down. I agree. And the literal first ever Money market partner getting sued and terminated. Again, like I said earlier, no loyalty. She truly built the company. Not a great thing. It's not something to brag about, but she was the first. She built the company there from the beginning, and they didn't like how she was acting or some. I don't remember the details. They're just like, okay, bye, Tony. I don't care that you've been here for a million years. Peace out. So they expected loyalty from the distributors, but the distributors don't deserve loyalty and respect back. Hello, coconuts. It's lovely to see you. I'm getting a little annoyed at the Beach Boss influencers. I'm getting a little annoyed, but I'm happy you're here. And I'd like to hear what you think about this stuff. It's frustrating because coconuts are telling us that to avoid losing our livelihood when our companies get shut down or when our company goes to affiliate, we need an automated email list and get people to know, like, and trust us. And then it's fine. Nothing's going to happen. I give credit to the YouTubers and to the scam model. It has to bust at some point. Tony, I saw she was booted, right?
Or you send one email, you had been sending an email a day, even if it was just an email a week to all of these people, just growing that relationship. Instead of having to reach out to all of these people one at a time, how would your business change? And I was like, well, I mean, I guess if I had a way to keep track of all of these people, and if I had a way to, communicate with these people and grow this relationship with them, my business would probably be a lot different right now, because I was in the mode of, if they didn't want to join me, I put them on a list and didn't talk to them again for 6 months, right? Because it was one-to-one. I couldn't fit.
Wow, if they didn't want to join you, you respected their decision and you left them alone. Shocker. No, that's what you should be doing. That is a nice thing to do. And they're saying one-to-one, they're insinuating it's not scalable. You can't duplicate. So you need to have a program developed by the Beach Boss influencers to send emails out to everybody at once. Where is the authentic relationship building? How is someone going to know, like, and trust us if we are sending out automated email messages, right? Do younger people even use email for work? I only use it for work, nothing else. I do not check my emails unless I'm expecting an email or it's from my lawyer. Same. I feel like a lot of people are like that now. My parents, who are seniors, they use email, but they're seniors. I feel like people of that generation are more likely to use email. Yes, exactly. Oh.
Physically reach out to every single person that was on that list every single day. Nor did I want to, especially the people that had ghosted me, the people that, were like, I'm not quite ready to join you in your business. I like you as a person, but I'm not ready to join you in a business, right? Imagine if I had been building the relationship with those people all along. How much further would my business have been along? How many people would I maybe have been able to recruit had I been solely focused on providing value to those people every day? And then just here and there sprinkled in, hey, are you interested? Right? Are you interested in joining me in this business? This is what I'm.
Imagine how farther along my business would be if I didn't take no for an answer and I continued to send all those people automated fake ass email messages that provide value to them daily. Imagine how many more people I could have recruited. Like, why can't we just respect the no? Why can't we just take no for an answer? Exactly. Ghosted. I bet that happened a lot. And I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with ghosting. If you don't like an online conversation, excuse me, that you're in, I feel like it's fine just to leave that conversation. But I've talked to my husband about this and he disagrees because he's saying it's like in real life, you're standing there in front of someone and you're talking to them and you don't like where the conversation's going, or you're tired, you don't say goodbye, you don't say see you in a second, you just turn around and walk away. So he compared it to that. And I see his point, but I think it's different online. Because we don't owe anyone a response, in my opinion. My dad sends me spammy emails, so I don't even you don't even open ones from him. Aw.
I'm doing. Look how amazing it is. Being able to talk to thousands of people that knew me, liked me, and wanted to do business with me.
You knew thousands of people? How do you know that many people? It can't be true, authentic relationships if it's that many people.
That's the difference between growing an email list and continuing to rely on like company collateral and reaching out and doing like one-to-one reach outs. Like I hear like people come into Beach Boss influencers and they're telling me I have to send like 50, I have to do 50 reach outs a day. And I'm like, that makes me want to vomit, the thought of having to go and reach out to 50 people a day. I'm like, what if you had all of these people on your email list and you wrote one email a day?
How are we getting the people on the email list, though? She's making it sound so easy. Just don't send out 50 reach outs. Just put them on your email list and then send one email a day. But then I said this already, how authentic, how real is that conversation going to be if they respond back and then you just respond with another mass automated email? That's not a true relationship. How are they knowing, liking, and trusting you if you're not actually building a relationship? I know like 5 people. Relatable, Lori, relatable. Does your father not know how to send proper emails? Oh, and then Coconut said most of his emails involve some kind of MLM garbage. Aw. Oh, he falls for MLMs. Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's tough. Do you have to pay for this advice? Probably. And we've heard testimonials of this coaching group say is the best $25,000 I ever spent. Now, their automated email list may not be they may not be charging $25,000, but some form of their coaching, probably their fancy 8-figure coaching that they're gonna talk about later, that could be $25,000, which is just outrageous. You're paying $25,000 to get coaching in an industry that's set up for us to fail. The reason I thought of MLM is I was watching a scammer on a video. He didn't even say what the product was, just like pre-launch in MLM. Oh, interesting.
And you were able to speak to all of those people at once. Like, let's build an asset, right? Let's build an asset of a list of people that know you, like you, and trust you, and wake up every single day excited to hear from you. It's a completely different way. It's a completely different and freeing way to grow your business. And when that clicked in my mind, where I was like, oh my gosh, like I've been playing so small, thinking like, oh, those people that are around me, I'm going to, go and follow up with this person today and this person today and this person today, instead of like, I'm just going to provide a shit ton of value to all of these people that have already given me their email. And I'm going to, start growing this asset from here. But there is one thing that I'm sure might be going through your mind when it comes to an email list, because I know that it was going through mine, and that is that maybe email is dead. Fran, do you want to kind of speak?
Kind of like what Lori said, we need people for that email list. Are you just telling us how to build the email list? Or are you telling us also how to expand our social media, grow our social media platforms? Because that's not an easy thing to do. Are you teaching us how to take nice pictures, how to write good captions? Or are you just assuming we all have people for an email list and then teaching us how to put it into some annoying AI program, probably? So they charge for their drivel. Their courses can't be much better than this. Probably not. I think my dog could figure out their tips based on what they said so far. Exactly.
Speak to that.
Email is far from dead. It is, when it comes to a company's value, the email list and the size of the email list is actually a big part of that company, that business's market value. People I know, and I personally, there are people that I feel like I know them better, not because of their presence on social media, but because of the emails that I read from them. Because I get to know them better through their emails than relying on their posts, popping up on social media. In fact, often people are more vulnerable on email than they are on social media, because it feels like you're just talking to one person, as opposed to putting a post out on social. I don't know. I feel like email is not dead. I don't know how else to say it. It is not dead. It is a powerful strategy to communicate with your audience, and when it's done right, so that you understand. And I don't know all about making sure that you don't end up in the spam folder. Okay.
Isn't it funny? Apparently, email is a powerful tool when done right. It is not dead because people are more vulnerable over email. Really? With random people they don't actually know that they met online? Or are these your friends and your family members? Because if it's your warm/hot market, I highly doubt they're more vulnerable with you over email. I'm never in the center of my freaking camera. I highly doubt your warm, hot market is not more vulnerable over email. So why would people you don't know from social media share more with you? I would not want to share any personal information about myself, about my family, or my spouse over email with someone I do not know. If I'm sharing something personal with someone, it's going to be like over the phone or in person, or it's going to be my husband. It's going to be in our living room. Why would anyone do that over email? And maybe for them, I know Fran in past videos, she is a little bit older than the other two women. Maybe women of Fran's age, it's not dead for them, but for my age, I'm not going to say how old I am, but we don't use, at least I don't use email. The people I know do not use email to chat with their friends and to make new connections online. What would I even use? Text? I feel like I would text or message on Facebook.
Okay, because there's a strategy there to make sure that your emails actually end up in an inbox and not in spam or not in junk. But it is a powerful strategy to to connect and build that relationship and continue to build that relationship with your audience. And then once you have, once you've grown your email, not only growing your email list, and my mind's going too fast for my words, but the other thing that is super important to grow and to make sure that you do is that you're branding yourself, that you're not branding your company, that it is you that people are getting to know. So through your emails, through your posts, through everything that you do, people buy from people, people join people. And so
another tip for us to avoid the insecurity, the chaos that is the MLM industry right now, is to brand ourselves, not our company. So when our company closes down or I can't make money off of my team anymore, people are more likely to follow me. And they're making it sound so easy, but of course they have to keep it broad. Brand yourself, not your company. And then you're like, wow, that is so interesting. I wonder what they mean. And then you pay them hundreds of dollars, pay them hundreds of dollars to teach you how to brand yourself. But what happens if you're branding yourself and not your company? You go to company B and then that one gets shut down or sued by the FTC. You go to company C and then, just like Carl Deichler, they mess up the compensation model and you get paid like half of what you were paid before. Are people going to keep following you? We see for lots of big MLM leaders, yes, people will follow big leaders from company to company. Coconut's brilliant question. Are they not aware of how bad email scams are these days? Great question. Hey, Demi. It's nice to see ya. I may text my housemates from across the house, but we sure as hell haven't emailed each other in like 15 years. Yes. I also text my husband, and we don't even have a house. We have a floor of a house. I text my husband when he's in the house. Oh, some of these husbands are going to be unretired. And imagine, it's hard. I know it's hard to have sympathy for people who know what they're doing is wrong, know that they're becoming rich by the people below them losing money. But I have sympathy for the people who are at the top of the companies making $500,000 a year, $1 million a year in profit. Their husbands, their spouses stopped working. All they've done in their adult life is MLM, that maybe there's a 10-year gap in their resume, and their company got shut down. Can you imagine trying to start over in the workplace after a 5-year gap on your resume, and then your husband stopped working and you are just wondering how you're going to pay your mortgage because you probably bought a really big house, you probably have a really fancy, expensive car? I could imagine how stressful that would be. And a lot of the top Beachbody coaches, they are smart and they diversified. They have several businesses. But what if you don't have several businesses and you're reliant on your Beachbody income, and your husband and your children are too?
So long as you are branding yourself, whatever happens to your company can never affect, you. Yes, it's going to affect you, but it's not going to affect how people see you on social media, and it's not going to affect how people see you in your emails and everywhere, because they've got to know Carrie, they've got to know Adrian, they've got to know Fran, they've got to know Susie, as opposed to they've got to know Susie the Shake Girl, or Susie the I don't know, the crypto girl whose crypto suddenly gone bang, or whatever. Okay.
Mhm.
So making sure that you're branding yourself, that people are getting to know you. We were speaking in the last episode about building funnels. You build funnels, you have your own website, you brand yourself, you grow your email list, and you build relationships through with your audience through.
They're telling us we need to build assets that we own, that we can monetize at any time, that we can take with us from company to company. In the last Beach Boss Influencers video we did, they did talk about their own funnel. We also talked about their AI program. And so they want us to utilize AI to build funnels, to build our website, to create an automated email list, all through them. They're the only way that we can have true security in our MLM business. And this is not any better than people saying, oh, my heart goes out to all the Rodan and Field distributors right now. My company is amazing and we have the best products and I would love to have you on my team. They're not any better, because at least the people who are treating Rodan and Fields distributors like that, they're being obvious about it. They're not trying to hide their intentions. They're being sneaky, in my opinion. They're being sneaky. You really have to listen to what they're saying to fully understand that they're still trying to profit off the fears of distributors. There you go. I'm not making sense. If the MLM shuts down, what will they be selling? Great question. Great question. Oh, this frustrates me.
Your emails, and yes, through everything you do on social media as well. Okay. But it is the email list that you own, your website you own, your funnels you own, your brand that you own. That's what you own, not your company. You were going to say
and I can share on a personal level how not being aware that it was my biggest asset at the time, but I had built an email list, and then personally realized, holy crap, why it was my biggest asset. Because here I was making a multiple 5-figure a month income in my business. And
what is a multiple 5-figure a month income? Because 5 figures is already multiple, right? Isn't that $10,000? So do you mean more than 10? Do you mean more than $10,000? Everything is so vague. Okay, you're a brand. Now what? We're a brand. We're branding ourselves, not our company, so people know, like, and trust us. They'll be part of our email list, and we can take them with us from company to company, because it won't matter. It won't matter if our company shut down. I'm in the process of selling a business. No one has asked about our email list. What a great asset. That's very cool that you're in the process of doing that. And that good point. You're trying to sell an actual business right now. No one cares about an email list.
And just like month after month, having like a record-breaking month in revenue, and growing my team, and customer.
Record-breaking month in revenue, but what about profit, ma'am? Revenue means shit.
And all this stuff, and my Facebook account got shut down, and I was running my business online. And had I not been for a whole year prior to that, building my asset, building my email list, I don't know what I would have done. But I was able to lean into that list because you have to understand, back when this happened, it wasn't a thing. It wasn't as common now, getting your account shut down or whatever. Like, it was the start of some of those things happening. So people didn't know the workarounds. Like, how do I get myself back up and running? And when your income is, based on those things running in your business, those automation, it was like scary. But I was able to link to my list, send out emails, like Carrie said, to thousands at a time.
What about if your internet goes down? Sure, it's a good idea to not just rely on your phone or your Facebook Messenger to keep track of people. That's fine, right? If you have an email list, you keep track of your contacts. What if your internet goes down and you can't use email? This is not some mind-blowing, innovative solution. It's just not.
And continue to get customers and enroll team members through that way. So it gave me security knowing, oh my gosh, like, this was a wake-up call. I'm so glad I started building this before, right? It happened. But I want you also to know that, like, there's more ways than just automation that you can start building your list. Okay. So if you're over here thinking, oh my gosh, it's tech stuff, like, that's really overwhelming and I have to learn all these things. First of all, I would recommend that you do learn this step. But you can manually grow an email list. You can organically grow an email list. So when you hear organic, that's a lot of manual work. Okay. It's you doing all the things, right? It's you one-on-one talking to.
How else are we going to grow our email list? Because Carrie, the woman on the left, told us we have to build a list of people who know, like, and trust us. So if it's an automated process to build our list, are these people random? Where are these people coming from? Maybe it's from the funnels that the Beach Boss influencers are going to build us. They're just saying everything as absolutes. Like, you will have people, they're not saying this yet, they're insinuating it, that we will have enough people to be in our email list. That through an email list, we'll be able to form real relationships with people, and people will just want to follow us from company to company. If we go to another company with our email list, we will find success, and we too can have multiple 5-figure months and have record-breaking months every single month somehow. They're making everything seem so easy, and we know in MLM it is not. And they have told us that it's not, because they've told us how insecure this industry is and how your business can be torn away from you overnight. It's not your business. Sorry, how your downline can be torn away.
People, right? But then automation is one to many. So there are ways that you can manually grow your email list now and get a head start before you set things up in automation, or you put all the tech things in place to grow it more digitally, right? So,
well, actually, sorry, carry on. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Bren.
Well, so now if you've got a Facebook group, in order for people to get into a Facebook group, they've got to answer questions. Make one of those questions. What is your email address? I nearly said email.
Again, if you have a Facebook group, just make it required that they give you their email. But how are people finding the Facebook group? We're making a lot of assumptions here. I wonder why her account was shut down. I don't do Facebook. I don't know how things work with that. A million years ago, I did a video about how to get into Facebook jail. I don't remember who the video was about, but yeah, you can get, maybe not your account shut down, but your account suspended if they think that you're spamming people. They think that you're sending too many messages too quickly. Yeah. So how are we going to automate our Facebook messages while staying out of Facebook jail? But they're not talking about automating the Facebook. They're talking about automating the email, right? I don't know, man. But notice behind them, these are Russell Brunson 2 Comma Club Award annoying little plaques.
Email number. What is your email address? And there is now a way to automatically put that email address into your whatever software you're using to, what's it called, CRM, whatever software you're using, but there's a way to automatically get the email address. So you're not actually having to copy and paste that email and put it into your provider, your whatever.
CRMs, autoresponders. Yeah.
Autoresponder, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. But there is a way to do that now. So it's actually not manually copying that and then putting it in there. Yeah. You don't have a Facebook group. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, think about everyone that's listening. How many of you are the admin or run a Facebook group where you have your own group and you have however many people in there, and this whole time you could be collecting people's emails, everyone that wants to get into that group. And in the beginning, you don't have to even, if you don't know what CRM is, like that's fine. You can.
How are you teaching us how to get people into the group though? Because if we don't have a following, it's going to be a lot harder for us to get people into said group. Because if, say, I tried to get people into a Facebook group just based off of my YouTube versus CC Suarez trying to do that with her big ass following, who would have an easier time? Who would have a bigger email list? The one with the bigger following. So my question is, do these women have a good social media following that warrants, that gives them the knowledge to provide us with actual valuable social media coaching so we can get people coaching, guidance, advice, coaching to get people actually to our Facebook groups so we have people to enter their emails.
And use your own email and CC everybody. Right? Like minimum viable is what we like to call it.
Yeah, CC them, don't CC them.
Yes, but blind CC.
Yeah,
don't CC,
blind CC them. Don't let everybody see. Everybody see. I've done that once.
My point is, like, you can be very basic and not have to overcomplicate it. But however, we do help our 7-figure students inside of our community set up their own automations, and they now are successfully growing their lists and business on autopilot. I mean, we were at an in-person workshop and we're on a break, right? We're on a break. We're refilling coffee and water. And I mean, you hear our students like, I got a customer, I got a new team member. And they're there to learning and growing more skill sets and more knowledge in this space. And
it's so interesting to me how people, before you join an MLM, you're told it's going to be so easy, you barely have to work. Then once you're in said MLM, you're told that you're lazy, that you have to work more, that you just want easy success, right? But then there's programs like this, the automation of email lists, of recruitment, of getting a new customer, where apparently things just happen while you're at an overpriced conference without you having to do anything. So my question is, if we have to work so hard and sacrifice, why are there so many systems in place that take away the creativity, take away the independence and the actual authentic conversations and relationship building, and make it an easy 5-second process, right? Because if we're supposed to work hard, why can't I build those relationships myself?
Happening automatically. So we help our 7-figure students set up their asset and help them, automate and grow their business on autopilot.
Yeah.
And it's exciting.
Awesome. So it is exciting. And the sooner that you start growing your email list and building out this massive asset that you own and other assets that you own, like your branding, your website and funnels, the stronger that your business will get. And it's going to give you peace of mind and that sense of security. In case you ever hear that news, it's going to give you that sense of security in case you ever get that news, that email that your company has gone under, or it doesn't have enough money to pay you, or it's changing the compensation plan, or whatever, or you're out. Sorry, but you're fired and we're suing you.
If that happens, I feel like we should say, maybe this isn't a good industry. Maybe I'm going to try to get back in the workforce. And I know it's easier said than done. I already talked about that. But it's just so interesting that they're making it seem like all you need to feel secure, to know that you can handle your company being shut down, is an email list, and you will be absolutely fine. Your anxiety about your financial future will be gone. I'll let them finish.
Happens. So if you want to learn more about influence marketing and how you can build your business on social media using automation without being that salesy weirdo, you are going to want to join our free online community with over 30,000 network marketers just like you. You're going to find the link in the description below, and we will see you in there. Thanks for joining us today.
Watch this next. Our most successful no prospecting formula is revealed. Wow. So What did we learn? We learned that the MLM business industry is extremely insecure. The FTC can shut you down at any moment. The MLM side, the making money off of your downline side, can be shut down. You can get your ass sued. You can be terminated like Tony Van Schoik, and your entire business can be torn away from you if you are one of the lucky people who actually make a living. However, the Beach Boss influencers have the answer. They have the innovative, exciting new method of building an email list, because emails are not dead. It is still an exciting, powerful tool if used correctly. But the Beach Boss influencers are the only people who can teach us how to use email correctly. Only them. And I argue, I already said this, but they're even worse, in my opinion, than the people explicitly targeting reps from Rodan and Fields and Saint, because they're doing it less obviously, and people aren't going to know that they're being targeted. So I got heated here and there. I swore a few times. I'm sorry about that. I just get frustrated. I get frustrated because they don't care about us. MLM coaches at this time do not care about our well-being, about what's best for us. Their motives are keeping you in the industry so you continue to buy their coaching. That's all. That's all. Calm down. It'll be okay. Took 3 of them to come up with that. I know. And I wonder how much they're charging for their automated email list. All right. So that's all I have for today. Excuse me. I've been thinking of a new topic. We love a heated commentary from Heather. Thank you, Lori. I've been thinking of a new topic for the Sunday video. I've been seeing so many videos on YouTube about really tiny, really icky looking New York apartments that are thousands of dollars a month, like a 200 square foot studio apartment that's like $3,500 a month. And I was thinking, maybe that can be a video. Maybe I can look at like news articles or data about the rental market in New York City, or I can look up like news stories about the experience of actually trying to find a rental apartment in New York, and Reddit stories, and maybe I can try to put a little stream together about that, because I like looking at apartments. I think it's fun just to waste time. But the cost of these New York apartments, and I'm thinking an apartment like that in my area would be like $500, because these apartments are closets. It's outrageous. So that might be a video. I'm not sure how I'm going to structure it yet, but I have some time between now and Sunday to think of a semi-decent stream structure. Okay, this was awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.